And we are going to start over on Apple TV, arriving on Friday the 15th of November. It's season 2 of the sci-fi series Silo. And here's a clip.
For as long as we can remember, everyone that goes outside is killed by the dangerous toxins of an unsafe world. Juliet Nichols asked to go out. She was a fighter.
Warning, oxygen levels low.
But she died a hero to the silo.
Well, I think we previewed season 1 of Silo, which is a great dystopian sci-fi series set in a world, a post-apocalyptic world, where 10,000 people are living underground in the titular silo, which is on many, many, many levels. The conceit has lots of interesting elements. So, storyline-wise, there's this engineer called Juliet. She's played by Rebecca Ferguson, who's great in this real kind of all-action role. And she became the sheriff, and she started investigating the suspicious death of her lover. In the silo, they don't know anything about the history of what happened before this rebellion. There's no history, so they kind of repurpose everything, because obviously nothing new is being made. They're living underground, and as far as they're aware, it's not possible to live on the outside. And occasionally someone says they want to go outside, and if they request that, they're allowed to. They go outside and they do what's called the cleaning. So they clean the camera lens, which gives people a view of the outside world, and then they basically collapse and die because the conditions are so harsh. But Juliet and a few other people think that there's some kind of conspiracy going on, that actually you can live on the outside. All right, so that's a lot of backstory anyway, but it's got some good people in it. It's got Tim Robbins, plays Bernard, who is he's the head of security in the silo. You've got the rapper Common. I'm sure you're familiar with him, Hannah. He plays Bernard's henchman Sims. And anyway, where we left off was that Juliet, she was going to go outside and do the cleaning. So she's going to find out, is it just a wasteland outside where you're going to die? Or is that a hoax? I don't want to give too much away. But yeah, that's the jumping off point for season 2. So she is going to go outside. We've got some new additions to the cast. We've got Steve Zahn from That Thing You Do, the Tom Hanks film. He's going to be joining as a character called Solo. Yeah, so there are going to be, right from the off, some astonishing reveals, which I'm not going to reveal. Oh, it's got Harriet Walter in it as well. I really liked the world building of season 1 because it's such a great idea. And obviously there are a lot of dystopian post-apocalyptic films and TV shows, but I do think this is very original. Who knows, we may have to end up living underground if climate change carries on the way it's going. But yeah, I recommend this. It's based on some books and it's very well done. And the sets look absolutely incredible. So I watched season 1 and I'm going to watch season 2, and I really enjoyed episode 1 of season 2. It's fantastic. What do you think, Hannah?
This kind of stuff is just really creepy. I just find it kind of, the idea that something's a post-apocalyptic world. It's kind of like do you really want to survive anything like that anyway? And as you say, not kind of spoiling what they find, but the idea that they can only live in this silo and just how claustrophobic that must be. But I think they do this really well. Like you say, there's a few good names in there. It's not something that I would normally choose to watch, I don't think. It's sort of, I must admit, I sort of almost feel claustrophobic myself watching it. And you need to watch it and be kind of paying attention at all times, I think, with something like this. But from what I've seen so far, I really quite like it, and I probably will continue to watch.